y'all should know by now that artists and gamers don't want AI in their video games. Well, we know, like AI imagery and other types of AI content and textures. We don't want that. So let's talk about the indie dev who built an AI powered card game only to delete it forever. Well, he's going to delete it forever after his girlfriend convinced him that AI is a total disgrace. So let's talk about this guy. So in July this year, well, last year, he made the game called Hardest. It was a rock, paper, scissors card game roguelike. Stop time, summon tsunamis, shoot bubble guns, feed cards to mimic, collect rare negative cards. So as you can see here, let's look at the gameplay a little bit. All right, so here is the trailer. And for all intents and purposes, here is obviously what looks like AI. Images on everything, AI assets everywhere. From what I am told, it is using AI music. From what people said that they can hear, I am not listening to it. I really cannot tell most AI music, so it's just a card game. And you could tell these characters are clearly ChatGPT. These images up here are ChatGPT. I mean, there's not much to it really. Now this received mixed reviews, and it only had 38. It says 50% of 38 users review this game as positive. And if we go down, it does say here AI generated content disclosure. The developers describe how their game uses AI generated content, AI generated assets. So basically, like everything that is visual or probably listening is AI generated. I mean, probably the code too. He said that he made it in Godot 4. So he goes, also has high quality images of the cards, but you know how I feel about that. So let's look at some of the reviews. It says plays awful Creative Commons vocal tracks that cannot be turned off. The CPU player has much less points to win and can sometimes win you in a couple of turns without giving you a realistic chance. It does not seem beatable. It says I actually found this game pretty fun for a short time that I played it. Found it by browsing newly listed free games on Steam. Came back and I saw all the discussion about being deleted and its use of AI art. I hope that the developer can remake the game without AI assets in the future. Otherwise, I very much respect the decision to get the game delisted, deleted. Saw your news post update on Twitter. You know what? I'm interested in finding his Twitter. Give me a sec. Well, I couldn't find it, but I wanted to just show, what he said because I feel like it's kind of important. So it goes, he titles this, he's like a one-person team. So he goes, AI is bad. The game will be deleted on 1/30. This game will be deleted on on January 30th. I made this game during the summer in a couple months, and I thought to use AI because in university there is so much brainwashing on students and all the tools are given for free. So I thought I could generate unlimited images for free, but I have realized that AI is not actually free, and it has a major effect on the economy and the environment. Some AI companies can use this game just existing as a reason to get more investment for their AI companies that benefit no one, rather suck resources from the economy from hardworking people. I coded everything myself. Oh, well, I was wrong about that. So I can, in the future, make a new game with real assets if I feel like it. But the game existing in its current form is a disgrace to all game makers and players. Ethically, only the logical reason is to delete the game from Steam. The girl I've been dating for a month made me realize this. Thank you, Arrow Lane. Now, I am gonna say it. Good on that girlfriend, because she was doing the labor out there. I don't know how she convinced him, but she must have let him talk about that game, or she played it herself or something. Because if all it took was a month for him to be like, nah, I'm gonna delete this. I mean, the game hasn't even been out a year, so. But the guy clearly is he's passionate. I went and I found his Instagram, and I'm not going to play any of the music, but he is very interested in rapping. You guys got to see this. He's clearly fun. He is clearly so passionate about rapping. He's got some raps over on his YouTube channel too. He really loves Slim Shady. Look at this. Watch this. Look. There's people here that are making these little comments. This was November 30th. This ain't even that long ago. You can't hate him. He's kind of fun. He's just a guy. He's just a guy. And I mean, look at this right here. Oh my goodness. He's a gangster rap, the gangster rap overlord of Tampere. Can't say it, but look, he's got videos here that are just song videos. So he clearly has he has some passion in his soul. If you guys are enjoying this video, please subscribe to my channel so I can get to 15K. And if it isn't too much to ask, if you could go over to my Patreon and subscribe so you could see my full res art and all the stuff that I love and support the channel. That would be super awesome. There's 2 tiers. Anyway, back to the video. This is part of the reason why I kind of wanted to talk about how when you guys well, not you guys, but when AI is put into colleges and high schools, and it's just told like this is a normal thing that you're going to have to do / deal with, you know, normalizing that it's free and easy, it's kind of telling the person there's no responsibility for where these things come from and you can just use. So of course, if you get the wrong information, you're going to do that anyway, you know, because we've already seen that using an abundance of AI can cause AI psychosis. It can lead to not using your brain as often as you should be for the tasks you should be using it for. It's basically like not using your brain according to your brain on LLM. And the AI industry has promised to disrupt large parts of society, and you need to look no further than the US education system, because people are taking ChatGPT information as gospel and as fact and showing their teachers. And all it takes is for you guys to just look over on TikTok and see that people are becoming dumber with this tool, with these AI machines that are just telling them everything because they don't want to learn anything on their own. Let me read this quote by somebody. That was this person named Roy. He was a transfer student to the Columbia University who used ChatGPT to write a personal essay that got him into the door. When he started at Columbia as a sophomore this past September, he didn't worry much about academics or his GPA. Most assignments in college are not relevant, he told me. They're hackable by AI, and I just have no interest in doing them. While other new students fretted over the university's rigorous core curriculum described by the school as intellectually expansive and personally transformative, Lee used AI to breeze through it with minimal effort. When he was asked why he had gone through so much trouble to get into an Ivy League university only to load off all the learning to a robot, he said, "It's the best place to meet your co-founder and your wife." Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. And there's this right here that says American schools were deeply unprepared for ChatGPT. And then we have right here where it says Wired Activision artists were forced to use AI. Company sold AI mates cod skin. I felt that we were throwing away our humanity. It says right here, it says Michael Vance sent a message praising artificial intelligence, saying it held a ton of promise. Later, the studio approved of use of Midjourney and Stable Diffusion for concept art. According to the artist, the company assured its staff that generative AI would not replace them, but it would be used and would not be used for final assets in the game, but soon it sold an AI-generated cosmetic for Call of Duty. On top of that, Activision in turn threw away a sizable chunk of its employees. AI is used almost everywhere at Activision. A game developer, a technical artist, says Violet, "It's here, it's definitely here right now, and I think everyone's seen it get used, and it's a matter of how and to what degree. There's a ton of anxiety for artists across the board, for teachers, for educators, for literally everybody." But I think as time goes on, we're going to have more people having these kind of issues where they don't know the backdraws of AI and they're just using it willy-nilly because they're being taught in college or in high school that it's okay to use, or they're experimenting on their own and then using it without knowing the consequences. Like they don't know, you know, if you tell somebody, hey, if you use this thing too much, it will, you know, keep you from learning on your own. You'll basically not be learning. You know, what's the point of going to an Ivy League school if you're not gonna do anything there? You're making the social, you're doing the social thing. And if you're only going there to do the social thing, then whatever. I mean, a lot of people go to art colleges to not only get better at their art, but to meet the people that can help them get better at their art. If you could just go to an art college and it wouldn't be hundreds of thousands of dollars, people would do it. I would do it. Like, I would love to learn animation, but you know, it's expensive. And I would love to go to the Cleveland Institute of Art, but it is also expensive. You know, you're giving people who are the poorest the most amount of money to learn something that is currently trying to be replaced by AI. And I'm glad that Rakul, or whatever he calls himself, he has a turn of heart. I mean, it is kind of funny that it was his girlfriend that got him to do it, because let me tell you, she was doing the God's work. Doing that. She was doing it. All it takes is one girl. That's all it takes, is one girl or one guy or whatever, one loved one to change your mind, to see the error. But if you guys want to support the channel and you guys love this video, I have a video about how the game industry and the art industry is being damaged by AI that you can see right after this video. And if you want to, you know, support me personally, I have a Patreon. And please subscribe to my channel. I want to get to 15K, all right? I have to get to 15K. Hopefully I can get to 30K by the end of the year. That sounds really crazy, but who knows? Who knows? But I wanted to thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch you on the flip side.